Right, day 4. Long-term change, okay? You have every single thing you need now to get fantastic results over the next 2, 4, 6, 8 weeks. You know about the deficit, you know how to create one, you know how to stick to one, you know about your foods, you know about your workouts, the exercises, the progressions, every single thing, kind of lifestyle, food and exercise related, you now have. Okay, so this is more long term because this is a lifestyle change. The biggest problem that a lot of people do is they'll just do their shakes or their cleanses or their detox, or they'll go on a crazy diet where they cut loads of stuff out and you get fantastic results. But as soon as you go back to not exercising so much or eating the same kind of foods again, you just put all the weight back on, okay? So these things behind me are tips and are designed to make that not happen. You do not want to go back to the way you were before. You want to achieve it in a way that you like, so that you can stick to it. You can still go on holidays, you can still drink stuff, you can still go out for dinner, and you're not going to go back to where you were before because then you get demotivated again and it's just a bit of a vicious circle. So these will all help long term, okay? Number 1, keep your favourite foods. Do not cut out all chocolate or all alcohol or all biscuits or all crisps because it's not sustainable. Just moderation. Again, use MyFitnessPal. 1,200 calories of good food, we said before, 300 calories of snacks. If you just try and eat amazing food all the time, you are very likely to binge at the weekends or binge after 2 weeks because it's not that sustainable. Certain foods you will, depending on the type of person you are, just have to cut out. Like one of the things I do is if I buy biscuits, I don't buy biscuits. If I do, I'll just buy them in a little mini pack, 2 or 3, and then they're done. I will never buy a pack of biscuits because I know if I have a pack, I will eat the whole lot. Okay, so little things like that. I say you can get mini things of Oreos, flapjacks. I'm a big pastry fiend, so I will just buy like Mr. Kipling's one-off pack things. 200 calories, can't go mad. I won't go to the bakery section and buy 30 bite pieces because I will eat the whole lot, okay? So don't cut out your favourite stuff because you'll just want it more. Number 2, again, we've kind of said this before, no good or bad. Do not think of food as good or bad, just think of it as calories. A bad 300 calories is 300 calories doesn't fill you up, basically. Good 300 calories does, but 300 calories is nothing in the overall scheme of things. If you can have 1,500 calories a day, 300 calories from a chocolate bar, as long as you're sensible for the rest of the day, you will be fine. It's only if you think, shit, I've had chocolate, it was bad for me, I've fucked my day up, and then you go and have a 200 calorie pizza, 2,000 calorie pizza, or you have 2 bottles of wine or something like that, then you have messed your day up. But not because of the chocolate bar, it's been your reaction to it. And that is the thing that has led you down the path. Then it's Friday, then it's Saturday, then it's Sunday, before you know it, you've eaten crap for a week, you're demotivated, you haven't been to the gym, and it all goes wrong, okay? So do not think of stuff as good or bad. That's why it's important to track your food with MyFitnessPal, because you just know where you are in relation to all the other stuff, and you know what you can and can't have. It's so easy to manipulate stuff in the way you want to eat the right foods because you know where you are in relation to what you've already had, what that thing is you want to eat's got in it, and how many calories you've got left throughout the day. Okay? So do not think of stuff as good versus bad. Tweak stuff as well. Okay? No diet plan is perfect. The biggest thing that a lot of people do, which is a big mistake, is you'll think, right, this is my plan, I'm going to stick to the plan. If the plan doesn't work, fuck it, throw the plan in the bin, go crazy. You wouldn't do that with anything else, would you? If bits work and bits don't work, after 2 weeks, reassess it. This bit's working really well, my breakfasts are awesome, my lunch is good, but I'm struggling a bit with dinner. Why is that? Does that mean you throw the whole plan in the bin? No. It means you tweak the dinner bit. Do I need to do a bulk shop? Do I need to do a cook? Do I need to have a recipe? Various things you can do, okay? But just constantly tweak stuff. It's not either pass fail. You're constantly tweaking, adapting, because your life will change as well. The thing that worked 6 months ago might not work after you have kids, or if you change job, or if something like that happens, okay? So it's always tweakable. Do not think either I have to do this 100% as it says, or just stick the thing in the bin, okay? Tweak stuff. Continuous workout goals. workout goals, as soon as you hit one, set the next one. Weight, body fat, calories, they're all, again, consistency. If your goal is 10 stone or not 11 stone or 12 stone, when you hit your goal, that's it. It's just keeping it there. There's no real next level up unless you're really competitive or unless you want to tone up. You want to have continuous workout goals. Once you can squat 40, try and do 50. Once you can do 50, try and do 60. That is the thing that will keep you motivated when you don't have body composition goals because you've already hit them. Okay, again, constant tweaking and progression. There is no real end when it comes to workouts. So just keep setting new goals. Because if you don't, you'll do the same stuff again. Again, we've said same stuff burns the same amount of calories. Then you're in a bit of a rut. Then it gets a bit boring, and then you start gaining weight, and you get pissed off, and then it all goes wrong. So, constant workout goals. The biggest ball ache. It is a lot easier to eat 1,000 calories than it is to burn off 1,000 calories. That is the same for everyone. Unfortunately, that is life. Also, one bad day can mess up 3 good days. Okay? So it's just important to bear these things in mind. As you get better with your food, you won't want to waste 1,000 calories. And if you do, you'll prioritise. You'll do it for a wedding or a birthday or a party or somewhere where you really want to do it, where it's important. It's not just going to be Saturday because I'm bored because I've got nothing else to do. And you'll prioritise. Like I say, you'll do it at weddings, not just when you're bored. Prioritise, again, I kind of said that already. Things like, if I'm going to have a 3-course meal, don't drink. If I'm going to have 2 courses, have 1 glass of wine. If I'm going to have 1 course, I'm going to have 2. If I'm going out on Saturday, I will still have a perfect day up until about 6. I have good breakfast, good lunch, still do a workout. 6 o'clock comes, then I'll party. But if I start partying from the beginning of the day, then it's a lot more difficult to offset. If you're going to have a bad Friday, I know, for instance, I've got a birthday at the weekend. I will eat amazingly Monday to Friday because then I will have my Saturday and then get back on it on Sunday. Okay. If I had a crap Thursday and a crap Friday, my real crap Saturday, I'll end up in a calorie surplus on the end of the week. So just prioritise. And sometimes it will come down to that. Would you rather eat an extra 2,000 calories or drink 2 bottles of wine at your best friend's wedding or at your work colleagues leaving do you don't really like? Prioritise. Wine versus pudding, again we said that. If you've got 1,000 calories for your dinner, you can have a bottle of wine and a starter. You can have 3 courses. However you want to do it, depending on how you feel, what the event is, just be sensible. Okay? If you obviously have 3 courses and a shitload of alcohol, that's going to be too much. That's cool. If you did that, if your previous 2-3 weeks were good, and a lot of it's just understanding the consequences. Like if I'm happy with my body, if I'm doing really well, if I feel like I deserve it, I will go nuts because my workouts are good and I'm fairly happy with myself. If I know last week wasn't great, I don't really deserve this, I will probably not drink or I won't have a pudding. Something like that. So just be realistic with yourself. Okay, because again, this is a long-term thing. Driving is a good way of not drinking. You shouldn't drink and drive, obviously. So that's one thing I would normally do. Eat before you go. One of the big mistakes we make is we don't eat before we go out because you want to make the most of it. So then you overeat. Also, when you buy some food at a restaurant, you don't want to get shortchanged. So you will eat as much as you physically can because you don't want to pay for something and not eat it. I will normally eat something, say I'm going out at 7, eat something around 4:30, then I'm not crazy hungry. Half the time I'll even check the menu out before we go. Some restaurants even have the calorie information so you can make better choices. Sometimes I'll just decide what I'm going to have before I get there because then I'm not tempted to go crazy. And that then helps me plan for that day. Again, all planning. I've already said that. You don't have to cook everything from scratch. Okay? 400 calories is 400 calories. If I'm having a shit day, if I'm really busy, I could quite easily not cook anything for the whole day. My lunch is normally a soup that I put in the microwave. My breakfast is normally scrambled eggs on toast or ham omelette, something like that. Or sometimes I might have breakfast. Dinner is quite often a ready meal. Okay, depending on the time I've got. If you have not got a lot of time, because the most important thing is sticking to it, don't think, I need to cook everything. I need to season everything. I need to do this in the healthiest way possible. If I've got 600 calories left over, I will go to Tesco's or Sainsbury's or whatever. I will buy a 600 calorie ready meal. I will eat it. I will go to bed. It's quick. I'm tired. It stops me going mad. I'm not going to get a takeaway. Do not think you have to home cook everything, especially if you're busy. Okay, it's not necessary. Don't binge. Again, this kind of ties everything in. If you're sensible, if you're organised, if you're just making better decisions, try not to go crazy. A lot of this comes down to holidays as well. Just because you're on holiday, that does not mean abuse yourself. Obviously, I will eat more, drink more than I normally do. But the hardest part is getting back onto it. Most people, a holiday isn't bad. 5 days, 7 days, 10 days, that's fine. It's the fact that when you come back, there's no food in the house, you're lethargic, you're tired normally, you don't really want to go back to work. You continue to eat shit for the next week. And then that is the thing that messes you up, not the holiday itself. So try not to binge. A lot of it comes down to how you're doing it. If you're feeling the need to binge, you're probably making mistakes. You're probably denying yourself stuff. You're probably trying to be too organised. You're probably trying to home cook everything or going hungry. So binging is more a sign that something isn't right. Because if you're doing it really well, you shouldn't feel the need to. Track your food, even if it's bad, okay? Everyone has the habit of using MyFitnessPal, when it's going really well, okay? That doesn't really learn. You're not going to learn anything. It's not going to give you any feedback because you're only tracking it when it's good. You should track it all the time, even if it's shit. Then you can figure out where the problem is. You know breakfast is good, you know lunch is good, dinner might be good, but you've had a bottle of wine and those flapjacks you were going to have 2 of, you've had 10 of, and that's more than your whole dinner. Okay, so don't just track stuff when it's going really well, because you're kind of kidding yourself. It's easy when it's going well. It's trying to figure out when it's not going well, why it's not going well. And if you don't track stuff, if you don't measure things, it's very difficult to figure out what the problem is. Then you get pissed off because you don't know what the problem is. Vicious circle. Okay, so track stuff even if it's not going very well. Focus on the big stuff. Okay, the amount of people that come in and say, should I have wholemeal pasta? Is brown bread better than white bread? I drink lots of green tea and I can't understand why I'm going wrong. Maybe it's because you're eating shitloads of cake still. Don't focus on the small things, okay? The calorie, that's more, the thing that will affect is more your energy, potentially, your digestion, your mood. If you've got any allergies, clearly, if you're gluten intolerant, stuff like that, then you're obviously not going to have certain things. But in terms of pure weight loss, remember, it is the deficit that is the thing that causes you to lose weight. Focus on the big things. Green tea is going to make no difference if you're having a bottle of wine. Brown bread instead of white bread is going to make no difference if you're shoving loads of jam or peanut butter or making a fucking massive sandwich out of it. Excuse my language. Okay, so don't focus on and most of the people know what these things are. You're almost trying to kid yourself. You're trying to make changes in areas which are easy to change, that you don't have a problem with. You don't want to focus on the big problems because they mean putting more effort in or being more organised or not going without things you really want. So try not to kid yourself. Focus on the big stuff, not just the small easy stuff. And then this is the end goal. When you know you're really in the zone, you feel bad when you miss a workout. That's a good thing. You want it to feel weird not to do it rather than an effort to do it. Then you'd not feel like you have to try to get there. Then it becomes innate. You want to do it rather than forcing yourself to do it. It becomes a lot easier. Also, you feel bad when you eat crap. Not only do you feel bad mentally, oh, I shouldn't have had that, feel a bit guilty. You feel bad physically. My stomach's all over the place. I've got a headache. I've got no energy. Best example is alcohol. If you don't drink for ages, you get a far worse hangover and you get drunk much faster. You don't realise the effect these things have on your body until you go without them for a while. Okay, so, and that will help reinforce. I can't really have Domino's pizza anymore. I can have a thin crust. I can't go full beans, deep pan stuffed crust because I feel horrendous the next day. But that's a good thing because it reinforces the fact that I don't want that. So I have a better pizza, I have less calories, so I don't gain any weight. So, and that's how you want it to be. You want it to feel weird not to do it, and you want to not feel great doing it. And most people, on the flip side of that, is don't be too hard on yourself. When most people start, a bad day is 2 bottles of wine and a takeaway. After 12 weeks, a bad day is suddenly a deli baguette. Okay, that's nothing, nowhere near as bad as it used to be. So don't be too hard on yourself, okay? But again, if you're tracking, if you're organised, if you're doing all the things we've talked about now and all the things we've gone through in this challenge, then you can have those things and it won't cause a problem. These are more lifestyle stuff. If you have any questions, again, let me know. Tomorrow is the last day. We're just going to go over everything quickly. Make sure you know exactly what you're doing. But now is more the time for me to stop talking and for you to start doing. I've told you exactly what you need to do. We've given plans, we've given meal plans, we've given workouts, we've explained everything. There are hours of content that we've gone through already. Now is the time, and tomorrow you will have an opportunity to do that. But now is the time. Stop watching, start doing. Last day is tomorrow.